Something no one told us is that by adulthood, you become a sum total of all the people you've met in your life, including friends, family, just random acquaintances that you met, starting with your habits, the things you do, your mannerisms, the way you laugh, it could be the way you eat, just certain things, even the way you talk sometimes can be influenced by the people that you've met in your past. So now the task for you to do is to sit down and think of everything you do, all your habits, all your quirks, all your mannerisms, which ones actually belong to you, because that's the real problem, guys. Like when we talk about healing and trying to get back to ourselves, something no one really talks about is the fact that a lot of things that are now part of our lives were not originally how we function. We're not originally how we did things or how we went about life. But throughout life, we keep picking bits and pieces of everyone that we met. So the real task right now is for you to sit down and tease out parts of your life and see what belongs to me, what doesn't belong to me, and who does this come from, and then begin to toss. Anything that is not natively, that doesn't belong to you natively, you need to toss it out. Any mannerisms, any quirks, anything that isn't really you, but that you borrow from someone else, it's time to release it back. Send it right back, because that is what is holding you back. You can do all the healing you want, you can do all the therapy you want, but until you begin to release the parts of you that you're carrying that don't really belong to you, you're going to be struggling for a long time. I'm going to give you an example. So lately, I've been rushing through my food and then being hungry shortly after. And I had to sit down and ask myself, I'm like, why is this happening? I went on Google and it talked about the speed with which you eat. And like, if you eat distracted, then it can make you hungry after because you weren't really eating. And then, guys, what I realized next really shocked me. So every time I sat down to eat, I would turn on the TV. It was automatic. And then I remembered, I'm like, this was never me. I used to eat in quiet all the time. Like, I wouldn't even need the TV on. Actually, I used to go for months without turning on the TV. My TV would be on for only like one day in a month. And so I realized that someone told me that they always eat with the TV on. And somehow I started doing that, to the point that I could never sit down and eat without turning on the TV. So in the last couple of days, I have been slowly and gradually trying to train myself to go back to eating in silence. And so now I can eat in silence and I enjoy it just like I used to, because that is me normally, right? And so now I eat in silence, I eat in the quiet. And guess what? I'm so much better for it. I stay full longer. And it's so much better for me because I actually chew my food. I listen to my thoughts. Yes, that's what we run away from every time we distract ourselves with social media, scrolling, TV, whatever. You're distracting yourself from the